Love my live videos. Hello everybody. Right, so here we are. My last Monday night classes, Monday day classes even, for a month. So the theme for the month for you all, because I will do a couple of live streams hopefully, but I'm not going to put the pressure on myself to do it because I'm on holiday, in Grand Cayman. But the theme for you to all work with at the moment, because some of you have already done a lot of work with me, you've either done co-creation and Fearless, or you're starting co-creation, or you're finishing Fearless. Like, there's a lot of deep work that's been happening even with the people in this group. But the theme is a womb with a view. And what I'm going to be offering through the classes this week is a revisiting of the first moves we actually make in the womb. Because so often when we talk about our essence, we confuse our essence, which is our soul, love, light, with the emotional states we are most used to feeling, the emotional mental states we're most used to feeling. See, construction's happening. And when we strip away the subconscious programming, what we're left with is the original imprints of our time in the womb. So if you can imagine, when you're in the womb, like if you ask the question, what comes first, an emotion or a belief, what would you say? I thought for ages a belief leading to an emotion, but actually, first of all, in the womb, we're not believing things, we're just feeling things, okay? We're feeling what our mothers feel, which then anyone who's a mother goes, oh God, you know, and I'm a mum too, and she's 18 and she's alive, yay! But the point is that, you know, this is not about inducing guilt, blame, shame. It's about us being able to cultivate compassion for our own mothers and their mothers and their mothers and their mothers, because whatever they were feeling, they were feeling. They weren't able to censor it. Now, in my time working very much with pre- and neonatal trauma, I was very lucky to do some training with a group called Babies Know, and I've done a lot of womb surround work and rebirthing, all that kind of thing. And what I'd say is that essentially, what is important when we are growing babies, which ideally, if this is what our mothers were able to do for us, etc., is to be able to name our emotions and say, oh, this is anger. Or, you know, I'm angry right now. I'm angry with daddy, or I'm angry with the world, or whatever, or I'm frightened. But it's okay, little one. This is not your emotion. This is mine. And I've got support to be able to deal with it, because we're the adults and we do have support to deal with it. So we give our children, ideally, and this is why I run the Conceive with Ease course, a sense of what everything is in the future. So, you know, this is, as they're growing inside of you, being able to educate them about different emotional states, about the world they're actually coming into, and building a dialogue. And none of us got that, right? So what we do when we do our subconscious reprogramming is we go back. We go back to the first 7 years of life when all of this started, and then we go into our time in the womb, and we can feel very, very lost at that time. We can feel really in the abyss, because we're like, what is all of this? I'm confused. It doesn't make sense, because it's when we first had these feelings imprinted in us. So with our yoga, what we get to do is to undo all of that and to repattern it. So those early moves are on the back. Okay, and they're moves that actually are really good for fertility as well, and they're good for menstrual flow as well for the ladies, good for reproductive health, good for digestive health. But we're going to build from the idea that the parts, you know, initially the placenta will grow into the walls of the uterus, and then we will have a cord that kind of keeps us growing from the placenta. But the placenta is an alien in the mother's body, right? The placenta is made entirely of the male sperm DNA. So there's this kind of mum energy, dad energy, baby hybrid, right? So we're hybrids. We've taken on whatever we've taken on. So why don't we just rewrite that? It's a choice. And decide to take on the very best of our mothers and the very best of our mothers and the very best of our fathers, and to transmute the stuff that wasn't so great. How does that sound? So the yoga will be about starting on the back. It will be about repatterning these moves, bringing the breath into it. Today's mantra is, I am synchronicity. So it's allowing everything to be in divine flow and trusting that in the falling apart, we pull back together. And as I said in the group chat earlier, we don't go backwards. We just sometimes have a reinforcing stitch we need to do. So in yoga, what that looks like is being able to come back to realigning with your intention. So always looking at your foundational positioning. If you're going to do anything bigger than standing on your feet, are you standing on your feet properly? Are your hands lined up properly? All of that is the foundation that allows you to build something successful from. So we'll be flowing a lot today as well in this week and in this month to be able to transmute the energies that are blocked. Okay? So let's just toast the Cacao Diva. If you want to bring your hands up to your heart, bring your cacao to your heart, and if you'd rather just bring your hands to your chest, that's fine. Taking a moment to close your eyes. And welcoming the breath as the source of all that is into your body. Welcoming the love light of your soul into your body. And we're intending to illuminate all that is good, all that is wonderful, all that is aligned with the divine. And from that celebratory space, we can then bring light and love to the bits that aren't aligned, with compassion, with care. So may we each take the best, leave the rest from those that brought us into this world. And may we remember the power we have to transmute without needing to bypass things. We can feel, we can transmute, it means transform, and we can reach higher states. So we invite the Cacao Diva to bring balance and harmony into our psyche, and we recognise that as we ground, as we earth, as we relax into ourselves, we grow taller and brighter and bigger. So activating this intention with the sound Ma into the earth, Om into the universe, and from our hearts to each other. Deep breath in. Take a moment just to imagine that you are God and you are also sitting in God's lap. And God is asking you, who do you want to be? How do you want to be? Just open to the best version of yourself, revealing herself, himself, through the practice, themselves. Thank you. Bowing the head gently, opening the eyes, coming back. Drinky. See you later. Come to yoga tonight or on Thursday in Brighton. Bye.